Hi Glendale, I'm Meg Keller.
And I'm Harper Brady.
And you're watching the 15th episode of the Glendale 411. Bass Pro's Legends of Golf tournament was held at Ozarks National in Top of the Rock.
Connor Skinner, Tanner Brady, and I have the story.
Well, the Legends of Golf is a compilation of men's resume of their years on the PGA Tour, the wins, money earnings, all their criteria, and they come together with a partner and have a team event, and it's only one in the United States that is the Legends of Golf. So you bring in the older players that have had this lifetime resume and career, and then the 50-year-old to 65-year-old Champions Tour players. And the Legends of Golf is a 65-year-old and older. Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus, Lee Trevino, and those men that put golf on television a long time ago. I think the most fun part we're going to have is having Justin Timberlake here. That probably is the most unique thing. Mark Wahlberg returns. You also have Kid Rock coming back. Dude Perfect's going to be here. So just a lot of great fun things going on.
Well, it was gettable. You know, it was gettable. The wind's blown just enough to make it interesting. Really, the ninth hole is playing into the wind, and it's always a tough shot into that hole there. And 8 and 9. If you can make 2 and 8 and 9, you're going to lap the field. We didn't do it today, but maybe we can do it on Sunday. It's a unique format. We don't play this type of format. We play for each other, in their friendship, and having a good time, competing with each other instead of against each other. That's refreshing.
With warmer weather approaching, many people are beginning to get outside and enjoy the weather.
Michelle Lewis has the story.
Hammocking has recently become increasingly popular in the Springfield area.
You're all about getting folks outside. We say over and over, get outside, get some fresh air, go enjoy yourself, take it easy. And certainly that's what hammocks are all about. But the question was asked, is it permissible by city ordinance? The answer is no. Springfield City Ordinance Chapter 82 is the section of city code that applies to parks and recreation, and it basically outlines what you can and cannot do in parks. And there are 2 sections in there that are applying to the use of hammocks. One of those sections says it's prohibited to damage trees. The other is more specific to what you can and can't do with trees, and it's pretty specific that you can't attach ropes or wires or nail things to trees. This section of Springfield City Code was implemented in 1971. Nothing has changed since 1971. To change city ordinance, it requires a vote by city council. We've not written any tickets regarding hammocks. Most people are pretty agreeable. If you ask them to take them down in the botanical gardens, it's fairly easy to see why. It is actually a botanical collection, and that's a lot different from the treescape in other parks. As our other parks don't quite function the same as Springfield Botanical Gardens, the likelihood of being asked to take down a hammock in other parks is a lot lower. People are really excited about using hammocks. So we are taking that into consideration, but installation of new equipment does not happen quickly. We're starting to look at those options. We're starting to look at what other options we could do. Certainly our number one priority is the preservation of the parks, not just for today, not just for tomorrow, but for the next 100 years.
The third wave was Glendale's spring play.
Mattia Injami and I have the story.
The actual third wave was an experiment that started in 1967, took place in Palo Alto, California, a class at Cubberley High, run by Ron Jones. He had this experiment. One of his students asked the question, how could so many of the German people be so easily led to deny the Holocaust? And instead of just answering it, he decided it'd be a lot better to show them and let them experience it. So it's realer. It's not just something that happened in the past. It's something that could happen now, that they could experience. I played the teacher, Ron Jones, the person who put on the experiment.
When we first started the process, we thought it was just going to be another play, and it actually turned out to be so much more than that. It was a special play because we actually got to share it with one of the original students who took part in the experiment, and he was with us for the entire production. And it was kind of unique because we were highlighting his life, basically.
This is definitely my best show by far. It took me a lot out of my comfort zone. I'm not a very angry person, and I had to yell and get in students' faces. And I'll definitely remember all the patience that my friends had with me and learning all these lines and having to learn how to yell at them. So it was definitely a family effort on this one.
I think I will always remember the show itself, as far as the week of show, when we all came together and realized we had something really special. It wasn't just a play anymore, it was something really special, and I think that's what I'll remember.
Without further ado, I present to you the third wave.
Thanks for watching.
Make sure to check us out on social media at the Glendale 411.
Signing off, I'm Harper Brady.
And for the last time, I'm Meg Keller.